Welcome to Pocono Raceway here in the Pocono Mountains in Pennsylvania. The three-turn racetrack built in 1969, home to some of the fastest speeds in NASCAR. We'll be seeing 200 miles an hour excess of that speed this weekend here at the Tricky Triangle. Three turns, and they were based off of three famous racetracks in the world. First turn, Trenton, based off of Trenton Speedway. Second turn, based off of Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And the third turn, based off the Milwaukee Mile. So three different types of banking going into each of the corners. It's going to be a challenge for the drivers this weekend. We saw it was a bit of a challenge last season, and I have no doubt it'll be the same again. Bunch of drivers getting ready to go here at Pocono. And the weather is looking great. 72 degrees Fahrenheit, 10-mile-an-hour winds, 16% chance of rain, and 68% humidity. A track info, like I just said, 2.5 miles long and three turns. The banking, like I just said, turn one, 14 degrees of banking. That is found at Trenton Speedway. Turn two, 8 degrees of banking, just like at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And turn 3 has 6 degrees of banking, just like the Milwaukee Mile. There's 20 pit stalls here for our 14 drivers that will be decided in the field this afternoon. And there's a field window of 19-24 laps, so it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Pocono IRL, at least, it tends to be quite a bit of a fuel strat racetrack. And the average lap times of 47.02. Well, I'm expecting cut line to be like around a 0.2, 0.1 here for CCS, but we'll just have to see in a little bit. The point situation, a little bit of an update to it there. Sam right now leading the standings, currently 202 points over his WTR teammate of Jalen. And then he is 295 above Dylan. There you see around the cut line, P5 right now is separated by 51 points to the cut line. It is wild. So Hunter moves his way in after that win at COTA, the wild win at COTA last week. Cam's knocked out of the chase, the WTR teammate. And Train 27 out, Bryce 30 out, and Strauss 43 out. Remember, Strauss was suspended last weekend for COTA and this race as well. So that is going to be a huge hit for him in the standings, because we only have a few rounds to go here in the regular season, and Mystic 61 out. But yeah, it is very close around the cut line. Triple B 3 above, King 6 above, Killer Soggy 28 above. It is so close. It is wild. There you see right side of your screen, 18th through 34th in standings. The manufacturer standings after last week at Circuit of the Americas, Chevrolet 177 points over Team Toyota in the standings. So yeah, it has been a wild season here and down here in Victory Lane, and we will see a winner here later this weekend. Tomorrow afternoon, we'll just have to wait and see. But man, it is going to be a wild qualifying session, just about to get underway with it here, and it'll be a 55-minute long session. So we'll just have to see who comes out on top then after that. So we're going to get this started here with it's going out, and here we go. Just going to start the timer, and here we go. So it will be 55-minute long session, and he's off now. So here, let me reset my character there. Sorry, it's a bit laggy. Pocono is a bit of a laggy-ish racetrack, but handled now out on the racetrack. Man, I don't know why it's so stuttery. Oh, he's gone into the wall there, but yeah, not sure why it is so stuttery right now. But Handel, not in the running for any real chase spot right now, as he comes to start his qualifying lap. And off into turn number 1. Look at that speed, 200 miles an hour. That's a blistering speed into turn 1. And could have gotten himself a little bit more on exit right there, but just didn't push too hard. As he goes down into the tunnel turn here, turn 2. As he goes now into turn number 3, this corner here, gotta be a little bit patient with the throttle. There you saw, turn glitch on exit. And back to the stripe, that first lap for Handel. It's going to be a 47.283. Good thing he's got a second lap, because that's a decent lap, but not sure if that would get him into the race. So we'll just have to see. As he goes now into turn number 2. Oh, man. Kind of went a little high there on entry. Seen some drivers just a few minutes, like 45 minutes ago, discovering a brand new line entering turn 2. As Handel's going to come back to the stripe for his second lap, and it's no improvement. So, yeah. Handel is going to be done with his first lap, and he's flipping up into turn number 1. So I'm just trying to get that centered there. But Handel with a pretty good first lap on the board. So, gonna look here at the early qualifying results, and it was actually Sam with a 46.933. Right now, he is on the pole right now in early qualifying. So, yeah. Just gonna have to see if that could be beaten. So far, nobody else going out yet. Definitely later in the session, though, we'll have a bunch of drivers going out. But for now, just gonna have to wait. And it's been a wild last week at least. With Circuit of the Americas, didn't get up a replay of that, but it was wild last week with a 1 to go restart. Dylan was leading and lagged, or had controls break out of turn 2 and went straight on, and that gave Hunter the win. And speaking of Hunter, there he is, driver of the 2. Gonna go out. He's actually looked pretty good the past few weeks and got himself actually into the chase. If you look at the standings right now, there he is, currently 5 above the cut line. There you see in that little second column that I have. The third column there is the points back from the leader. So, yeah. It's quite a big gap there. And I believe Sam's got this locked, regular season title locked, I'm pretty sure. I'll have to go check on that. But Hunter is about to go out. I believe. Or not. I guess not. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. Anyway. There he is, that number 2. Machine. Gonna roll off there. So Hunter has looked pretty good. At least from what I've seen so far in his practice runs. But we'll just have to see how he performs here. And oh, so close to that wall. Sorry, this timer's a bit off there, so gonna have to get that fixed. But here comes Hunter now to start his first of 2 laps. Roaring down the front straightaway at 199, 200 miles an hour up into turn 1. Enters really high there. Probably could have gotten to the bottom just a little better, but still gets a pretty good exit. 192, 193 there. As he goes down the back straightaway into turn number 2 here. It's a little bit of a weird line that you take here. Can full throttle it, get a 192 mile an hour, 193 mile an hour exit as he goes off into turn number 3. Don't mess it up. Don't hit the apron. You got to get close. He hits the apron just a little bit. I had to lift out the gas. But that first lap for Hunter is going to go to a 47.150. So that looks good for now. But if he wants to have a shot for a pole, he's got to go something better. He's got to do something faster, something down in the .6s. That's what Sam said, his WTR teammate, as he goes down the back straightaway. Into Pocono turn 2. Gonna have that weird entry. Oh, could have done it a little bit better, it looks like. Yeah, a little sluggish through the corner. And to turn 3, gonna brake at the Pocono sign on the wall. Gonna go right back on the gas, turn glitch on that exit, and back to the stripe. Lap 2 will be better with a 1:29. So, a pretty good lap there for him. And now it'll be Jalen, the other WTR teammate there. Was actually in the running for a really good finish last season. I think finished like P3, P2 or something there in the race last season. He performed very well at Pocono. His only oval win in his career outside of a plate race in a cup car is at Pocono. So definitely this is one of those tracks that Jalen can do well at. We saw the same at Darlington, Michigan. He can do really well at. But Jalen, what a story it would be if he could get a win this weekend. That would be unbelievable as he comes to start his qualifying laps. Up into turn number 1 here, 200 miles an hour. Gonna enter a little lower there than Hunter, his teammate Hunter, and carried a lot of speed through the corner, but hit the wall. He hit the wall there off turn number 1. So that is gonna really hurt his first lap. Into 2 now. He's gonna run about the same line that Hunter did, and again he goes off into the wall. So now he's got to leave it all up to this final lap here in qualifying. He's going to have to leave it up to the last one, and he's sliding out the corner. Oh, man. Right on the edge. That first lap there did not do him any favors. A 4.46 for driver 88. He's going to try it again, though. He's got another shot, and it's his last shot as he goes through turn 2, through turn 1, sorry. A little bit cautious there. Probably could have gotten a little bit more, but he's still got 2 corners to go. Oh, and he's onto the apron. That's going to slow his exit. That's going to really slow his exit, it looks like to me, as he goes up into turn number 3. He's going to have a phenomenal turn 3 here. And he's turn glitching, leaving it everything out as he comes back to the stripe. Jalen goes to a 47.5. And that might be trouble for the driver who did so well last season at this track. It might be trouble for driver 88. Wow. That is wild. So now Train's going to go out. If you look at the standings, Train has had a hard charge up through the points. Now 27 back of the cut line and is still gaining. So it's going to be interesting to see. Maybe today he can get himself into this race and knock somebody out. As we get through these final few rounds of the season, we've only got this race, Pocono, Dover, Daytona, Coronado, and Wilkesboro. We've got 5 rounds left. And it is so close around the cut line. So many drivers itching to get in. And look how sideways Train is through 3. As he comes back to the stripe to start his first qualifying lap. Train has had a phenomenal season thus far. A great run through the points. Now we'll see if he can get himself into the chase after this weekend. And it's a pretty good exit there. Out of turn number 1. As he goes off into turn number 3 here. We'll see what's the line going to look like. Oh, he's flat out on the gas. That is commitment there. 192 on exit. As he goes off into turn 3. Carrying 198. He's got to slow it down all the way to 150. That's going to kill the lap there. So, 150 on exit. Not going to be good enough. But it actually is! That is a shocker! A 46.946! I did not expect that! Unbelievable! I thought it was done in turn 3 when he went that slow and he's gone into the wall there. Off 1. But still a brilliant lap. A 9.46. Unbelievable. That's going to put him P2 here. Maybe he can do something better even though he hit the wall. Could he improve here on this second lap? Back to the stripe. It will not be an improvement with a 47.017. But I was not expecting. I mean, we've seen everybody before go like 160 miles an hour into turn 3. 160... around 168 miles an hour, that range, but now that's something I did not realize, so gonna have to look and see if more drivers will try the same as Eastbrout. Right now in the points, currently P4, 92 above the cut line, 340 points behind Sam. Just going to have to see if he can hold on till the rest of the season. I think he should be good, but it's not safe, not locked for him just yet. As he goes up into turn 1 really late on those brakes. Slams the brakes. Now hard back on the throttle. Really close on exit, but didn't really get the corner exit speed. The top speed like 194 there on exit is what we've seen. Now we'll see how he does turn 2. Last season at Pocono, won the race after giving a bump and run to Mystic in the final corner, who had lag issues there. Maybe he could do it again this season and get his second win. That first lap there for Eastbrout is a 46.979. So that puts him P3 as of right now. But he has a shot to improve the lap and take the pole from Sam. Oh, and he's gone straight on. He's not going to continue that lap. So now it's going to be Devin. So Devin right now In the points, he hasn't really been a main factor in it. Right now, 32nd in the points with 35 points to his name. Finished P3 at Auto Club this season. I think that's where his only points have came from. But he's done super well in FSS, has dominated the season. And maybe he can win himself a championship there. And maybe he could get himself a good race win here this weekend in the Cup Series. That would be a thriller as he comes to start his lap. Devin always comes out and shocks people with some of his performances. As he goes through turn number 1. Oh, so close to that wall. 191, 192 off exit there. As he goes into turn number 3. Turn 2, sorry. Oh, a bit on the apron there. Gonna slow his exit. So that's not the exit we'll be seeing from drivers like Train and A-Sprout. As he goes through turn 3. Oh, sideways there. Just on the edge as he comes back to the stripe for lap 1. That will put him to a 47.2. So that goes right now to around mid-pack, I believe. But will that get himself into the race? And will that be another possibility for pole here for Devin? I don't know. We'll see if he could do it on this lap. He kind of was a little weak on entry there. Well, decent exit there. 187 right there, I believe. Into the final corner. Playing around 170. Not really speeds we saw Train doing, but back to the stripe. Devin will go to a 47.133. And that is a great lap for him. I believe it'll be a great lap to get himself into the race. As now Triple B going to go out. So Devin right now P5. Jalen, that is going to be rough for the man in P2 in standings. But Triple B right now is one of those guys that is right along that cut. 3 points above Hunter in the cut line. It is so unbelievably close. This is a gap where just milliseconds count. Milliseconds count here in a make or break situation in your season. So he's got to make this race. The pressure's all on Triple B as he goes up into turn number 1. Let's see what the speeds are on exit, and it's not pretty. It doesn't look super pretty there. As he goes down here into turn number 2. 8 degrees of banking into the corners, then oh, a little slow. A little slow it looks like. And the turn 3. Playing with that brake and throttle now as he comes out the final corner. So close to that wall. That first lap for him is going to be a 47.217. Now, can he improve? As he goes up into turn number 1. He kind of ran a little wide, it looked like there. But it's a decent exit, 192 miles an hour. As he goes down long straightaway here into turn number 2. Oh, kind of missed the bottom. He missed the bottom and it's going off into the outside wall. So that might break the lap. As he goes through turn 3, maybe he might have one last gasp here as he comes back to the stripe. Triple B not going to improve. So he's just going to have to pray that a 2:17 is good enough to get him into the race. As now it's going to be Zoll going out. And Zoll earlier on in the season, I didn't really think he was going to be really that big of a scare for the chase. I didn't think he was going to be in the possibility that he would be out. But right now, he is currently 51 above the cut line. So, yeah, it's going to be kind of a little scare for him right now. So, but here he comes to start his lap. And to turn number 1. Here comes Zoll. Right around that bottom wall. That looked great. That looked like the smoothest turn 1 we've seen all day. And to turn 3, 200 miles an hour. Oh, he had to slam the wall. It was looking so good. And then he slammed the wall. So it still looks like a smooth lap for him. Zoll is going to go to P2 with P2 with a 46.946. But he still has a shot to fight for pole. Right now, Sam on pole with a 46.933. As Zoll goes through turn number 2 now. Pushing it, everything he's got. He's gone off into the wall again. Oh my goodness. This is dedication. He is determined to get to pole. All on the limit. Sliding through the final corner. Kenny top Sam. He's going to go to a 9.50. It won't be good enough. But that was a brilliant run from Zoll. My goodness. What a session from him. That was brilliant. But now here's a man, King. Again, more cut line drama. King 6 points above the cut line. 6 points above the cut line. Oh my goodness. It's been so close these past few weeks. It's been getting closer and closer. And now this week, 6 points above. Again, it's the same situation with Triple B, where milliseconds in qualifying can make or break the season. As we're going to be coming up here on the almost halfway port of the session, King going to have to try and get himself into this race. R&R Racing, really Toyota as a whole, these past few weeks, has not had the performances they've wanted. R&R Racing has been struggling. Mystic, the co-owner, hasn't been real present. Couldn't be present. And Landon, not even in the factor for the chase. But King is really the last hope here to get R&R Racing into the chase. And he's pushing it, giving it his all here as he goes back to the stripe. Lap 1 for him is a 47.350. That will be out of the race, I believe, but he's got a second lap. He's got to give it everything he's got. He's got to be perfect here. As he comes out of turn 1, pardon. Oh, it was 192 on exit. It's looking good so far as he goes up into 2 now. Kind of messed up the corner just a little bit there. No, it looks pretty good. Up into turn 3. Oh, he's done so well so far. It looks good. It looks good. I think King might just get himself into the race. And he does with the 46.979. He puts himself to P4. What a lap from King. My goodness. What a drive. That was tense. That was really tense. As now it's going to be Nick to go out. And Nick, who is currently 102 points out of the cut line. I don't believe it's going to be a possibility to get himself in. But don't count him out. Texas winner. He could show up anywhere and surprise people. It's going to be interesting to see if he can get himself into the race. So we'll just have to wait. And look how sideways he is going through turn 3. They're all on the limit because some of these guys, their seasons are on the line. As they go, Nick off into turn number 1 here. All the way down to 171. Playing with that throttle on exit. It's a good exit there, under 93 miles an hour. As he goes off into turn number 2. How does this look? Oh, he's gone off into the wall. So he's had a shunt there on that first lap into turn number 2. So he's probably gonna have to leave it all up to the second lap. As he slides through 3. It's probably all gonna have to be up to the second lap here. And maybe not. No, it's a 47.013. Somehow, some way. Now, can he break the 47.0 mark? A few drivers have done it thus far. And it's a great exit out of turn number 1 there for Nick. As he goes into turn number 2. Audi CS All-Star Racing. Number 40 machine. Into the wall there in turn number 2. And he's gone. Looks like a bit wide there in 3. It looks like he's gone a little bit wide as he comes back to the stripe. Lap 2 will be no improvement, but I believe he'll still be in the race. So, great qualifying run from him. As now it'll be Killer Soggy, who is, again, another driver in the realm of possibility of getting eliminated from the chase. It is possible. Currently 28 above the cut line, but that is not safe. I'd say really the only 3 drivers right now are Sam, Jalen, and Dylan. Maybe A-Sprout. But it is far from over. Maybe about 4 drivers are safe-ish right now. I'd say about 3 of them are fine. Like, really fine. But Killer Soggy, not one of those drivers. As he goes down the front straightaway up into turn number 1. Another IBCS All-Star Racing driver. And it's a really good exit there. And Killer Soggy, he was the one driver that some of the other drivers 45 minutes before the session saw running this line like you just saw through turn 2. Look at that exit. 193 miles an hour. It's a bit of a weird entry, but he's perfected it. Now the question is, has he perfected the other part of the racetrack? As he comes back to the stripe, he's gone to a 47.083. So that's around mid-pack right now, but definitely not pole pace. He's still got to pick up just a few more milliseconds of time as he goes through turn number 1. 193 miles an hour on exit. And to turn number 2. Again, taking that little weird line. But look at the exit he's going to get. 192 there on exit. It's brilliant. Now he kind of went a little wide there, turn 3. But I think he should be fine. Back to the stripe. Does he improve on the time? No, he doesn't, but still 47.083 in the race. So, yeah. As now it'll be at Chance, who I don't believe is in the running for any... for any chase spot. I mean, maybe, He's tied with Nick right now. But both of them 102 points out. I don't know if he can make that up. He'd have to have a miracle drive in the final 5 rounds of the regular season. It would have to be something of a miracle if he gets himself in. And maybe that could start this weekend. Tricky Triangle always brings out some wild and wacky results. As he goes up off into turn number 1, Chance didn't get the top speed we saw everybody getting. But, slams the wall on exit there. So he was trying to play with the throttle on exit, and it still wasn't enough. As he goes off into turn 2. Not really going to have the exit that some other drivers have had. As he goes off into 3 now. We'll see if he could save the lap. It's a long track, so there's a lot of time, a lot of places for time to be made up. This first lap for him is going to be a 47.396. Now, I don't believe that'll be good enough to get himself into the race. He's got to do something better. And again, lacking the top speed, 200 miles an hour in turn 1. Only went 199, and he's almost gone off into the wall and off 1. Currently right now, P12 on the racetrack. And kind of misses turn 2. He's almost into the wall. Look how much he had to lift out to avoid it. As he goes off into turn 3 on exit, a little sluggish there. What's the lap time for him? It's gonna be no improvement, and that'll probably be out of the race, I believe. But now it's gonna be Ross, who is right now in final days, final weeks of his road racing career. Announced, I believe it was this week, that if he doesn't qualify for CCS Pocono, he's going to be done. Well, Ross obviously balancing a lot of work life and school life. So he doesn't have the time to put in the practice like everybody else has. But he's still kicking. He's had a few good results past few weeks, especially in FSS as well. As he comes to start his lap. Ross, can he go out with one last hurrah? Ross is good at some of these tracks where people don't expect him to be good at. Dover, he won last season out of nowhere. And up into turn number 2 now. Turn 1 looked a little sluggish, but turn 2's an alright exit. Gonna leave it all up here to turn number 3 now. Ross down to 163 miles an hour in the corner, turn glitch on exit there. And back to the stripe. Lap 1 for Ross is going to go to a 47.446. So that's tied with Jalen. The spot goes to Jalen. Now he's got 1 lap to do something here. He's going to have to leave it all up to this. And I believe he's just going too fast. 176 playing with the throttle. I don't know. We'll just have to see. As he goes off air into turn number 2. Oh, it slams the wall. And that is probably going to be it. At least I believe for his lap. Maybe he can improve the 4.46 as he slides out of turn 3. But I don't believe it'll be enough. And it's a 0.4. And he'll pass Jalen there, but not going to be enough for Ross. And that might be the last we see of him. As Bryce going to go out. And Bryce is also one of those guys that is in the running for a chase spot. Dropped 2 spots after last week. at Circuit of the Americas. And currently 30 points out, but still is in the running for it. Anything can happen here. Anything. It is so much closer this season around the cut line than what we have seen last season. And he's sliding out of turn 3. Man, on the limit as he comes back to the stripe to start his qualifying lap. So we know Bryce can be good at these intermediate racetracks. It's really where he's done best. Now, what can he do this weekend? As he goes out of turn 2, a little sluggish. Out of turn 1, pardon. The only inters we have here left in the season for Bryce are this and Dover next week in the regular season. So we'll just have to see. Bryce gonna have to use these 2 track types, his strongest tracks, to do something, and maybe he can get himself in today. What's the lap times at 3:67? So right now, gonna have to do something better than that, I believe. He'll definitely have to do something better with that as he goes through turn number 1. And a little sluggish on exit there. Right now, Jalen, I believe, has been knocked out. Bryce. Oh, he's kind of tapped the wall there. As he goes off into turn number 3. Oh, really high on the racetrack. Sliding there. Oh, I don't think that's what he wants to do. And back to the stripe. It's not going to be an improvement. And so that's going to be done for that lap. And it might be something that might spoil Bryce's champ hopes. But here is another champion. Chevy Cam's YouTube, 3-time champion in the series. Back-to-back-to-back champion. Well, back-to-back champion. Won last season and is dominating. 11-win season. Locked it up basically before the final race, even with the chase. But Cam's right now is going to come to start his lap. We look at the standings. He is currently 5 out right now. So that is going, again, like we've seen so many drivers, milliseconds are going to affect the season here. As he goes through turn number 1, and it looks really smooth. It looks really good as he goes down the back straightaway. 199, almost 200 there as he goes up off into turn number 2. It's a brilliant exit, 193. Hams won at Indianapolis. And then another high-speed track similar to Indianapolis. Maybe he could just do something like that. That first lap there, put some P4 with a 46.979 as he goes off into turn number 1. He's got another shot. Now he's in the running for the pole, and he hit the apron. So that's going to slide him up, and that's going to be his lap done. But he's still in the race. And that is going to knock out Ross. So that is wild. So it's still a pretty good lap for him. As now it'll be Oof who's going to go out. And the number 11 Dene Dental Machine. Obviously the race sponsorship as well. There you see another look at your times. Sam still on pole with a 46.933. But Oof could definitely challenge that. As long as lag isn't a problem, however, lag has been. It's bit some drivers at this track. Jalen as well. He's struggled a bit with lag this week. It might have been the reason what went wrong with his qualifying lap. But oof. As long as the internet doesn't fail him, he is definitely in the running for a pole position. He's got to beat a 46.933 as he comes out of turn number 3. That was ripping the top there. So I don't think we saw a lot of drivers doing that. And into turn number 1 now. Oof, going 200 miles an hour. Late on the brakes. Now going to gas it way up. What's the exit look like? 192 there. As he goes down the back straightaway. Going to let way off. Something we really haven't seen as he's gone off into the wall, but it's something we really haven't seen there. Tried to really let off. We'll see what he does through turn 3. It looks a bit strange as he comes back to the stripe. He's gone to a 47.067, but he's got another lap. Can he be one of the drivers to break the 47 flat time as he comes out of turn number 1 with a 192 exit? Turn 3, he's going to try the same. Turn 2, he's going to try the same thing. And he's gone off into the outside wall. So he's just going to call it quits on that lap. But still, a decent lap, I believe, that should get himself into the race. And also knock out Chance. So now Bryce on the cut line with a 47.396. And then next up, it'll be Handel and then Triple B. And I'd actually like to have a word with Triple B here. We'll see what he's got to say at some point. I don't know where he's gone off to, but I just want to hear from him about his lap because he went kind of slow on that run. Low-key kind of an idiot because I realized I was sitting in driver's VC the whole time. But yeah, that's kind of a mistake on my part. Oops. Anyway. Nobody's gone out just yet. But still board full of drivers. And I believe some of the guys yet to go. You've got Dylan. Has not gone yet. I don't know if Aiden is going to be attempting. I don't know if Mystic will attempt. But still some drivers yet to go out. But we'll just have to wait then. We'll be back here after this quick commercial break.
goodness, do I have a cone of ice? No way.
What do you want, little boy?
I want some cone of ice.
Sweet. Do you want to get in?
Oh, hell yeah.
No, my truck. How'd you fucking take my truck?
I like cone of ice.
You heard it here first, folks. Your driver 2X Dylan definitely likes cone ice, but sometimes that doesn't always help you.
267 is around. He goes hard into the outside wall.
So come on down and get your cone of ice today, and it won't disappoint.
And we are back here at Pocono Raceway, and still nobody yet to go out. And there you see the times right now. Still it's Sam on pole as of right now. But we're going to go hear from some of the drivers down here in the garage area. And one of them is Zoll here. I believe he is down here. Yes, Zoll. You had yourself a pretty good lap. How do you feel about your qualifying run?
Well, obviously, I didn't think about pushing it for pole. I just want to get myself into the race, possibly run a 46. But I got a bit greedy, and ran a flyer for turn one. But the tunnel turn was a bit difficult for me. I hit that mini wall pop that sends me to the second to last lane, and sold in both of my laps in the tunnel turn. But it's okay because I made up all that time in turn 3 and 4, and just had a flying 0.9 laps. Obviously, in practice, I was running 0.8s and 0.9s consistently, but just couldn't get myself to the top. But obviously, this NMCS Community Series machine is looking very fast. Hopefully, for the race tomorrow, just I think I have better race pace than quali pace, or maybe it's a mix of both. It depends on how lucky I can get with the race pace, because my race pace right now is very bad. And I've been very unlucky because my parents keep taking me out and asking me to do stuff. But hopefully, this can be the one weekend that I can actually focus on the race and maybe not worry about anything else, and just try to get much points as possibly as I can. Because previously suspended, I'm trying to pull away from it in the standing. So hopefully to get myself a decent finishing position in the race tomorrow.
Well, good luck to you tomorrow. We'll see how you do. Definitely got yourself a pretty good starting position as of right now. But gonna go over here to the man that sponsors your car, Triple B, number 45, Sweet Frog Machine and Things. Right now, little tense for you. Right around the cut line. You are currently just 3 spots away from being from DNQing, so it's a little close for you. Triple B, how are you feeling about your lap, and what are emotions like as we wind down in the session?
Like usual, I sell my qualifying lap, but oh well. Sweet. Every single time I've run Sweet Frog, we've DNQ'd. Hopefully today it's a little bit different. We've got 6 minutes and we sit P12, so I've got hope that we might be able to get in for the sponsor, but it's gonna be really close.
Yeah, definitely. You're currently in a huge cut line fight as of right now. Just 3 points above the cut line. Right now, Zol, Freezy, Killer Soggy, King, you, Hunter, Cams, Train, Bryce, Strauss, and Mystic are all 100 points within each other. So, and around the cut line, it's like Soggy, King, Triple U, Hunter, Cams, and Train. You guys are like 40 points all separated. So it's really close. But I mean, if you do get into the race, I mean, what are you going to try and do to get those points and maintain that points position?
I mean, I know I can run a lot faster than I did in my qualifying lap. Hopefully for FSS early today, or later today, I should say, I can prove that and maybe win. Probably not. It's gonna be hard to do that, but hopefully I can get at least top 5 there. Top 5, like always, is the goal for tomorrow, but it's gonna be really hard, like it is every other week. And if I can't do that, top 10, still decent points, and maybe I can gain on the cut line with that.
Yeah. Well, Trilby going to Dylan's about to go out, but yeah. Thank you, Trilby. We'll see. Maybe it's really close, but see if you could get yourself into the chase. Driver 45, Trilby, but gonna go over here actually to Train. In this number 6 machine, he's got himself a pretty good starting spot as well with P2 on P3, sorry, on the board as of now. Train, how do you feel about your qualifying run?
Well, turn 3, I know y'all were shocked. I kind of underdrove it, to be honest. I just had such a good 1 and 2, I guess. But incredible number 6 machine. Basically, the scheme has inspiration from the dominant car in the NASCAR Canada Series, Marc-Antoine Cameron. That car, the number 96. But anyways, tomorrow we're going to try to get a good finish. I need to break through. I need to win that race. And I feel like we have the speed for it. I just need consistency, get the strategy down, and yeah.
Yeah, and you're also in that cut line fight as well, 27 back, and you have been closing in really, really fast on these past few races. But I mean, do you think it's a possibility that you could somehow get yourself into the chase tomorrow, if not within like 10 points of it?
Tomorrow, we'll see how the race goes. I might hopefully just keep it clean, not have it end up like Michigan, where that was a horrific race. And yeah, just need a good finish. Get that top 5 streak back going. Cam, stop dragging me away.
All right, yeah. Well, yeah, thank you, Train, for that. I'm gonna go see if tomorrow if you could get yourself into the chase. It's gonna be interesting to see still. With just like 2 minutes to go now here in the session, and still waiting for some more drivers to go out, I believe. One of them is Dylan. It's yet to go out here. Sitting right now. He's currently sitting here, but yeah, Dylan. Just waiting for him as well as maybe a few others. Right now, cut line is Bryce, so Dylan has the possibility of knocking out Bryce this afternoon. But I think it'll be Handle and then Triple B. So if Bryce gets knocked out here, that could be the end of his chase hopes. It's gonna be a little interesting to see. Obviously, there is 4 rounds yet to go. 5 rounds yet to go, but it'll be a little hard to make up that ground. So this could knock out Bryce. Dylan Nye will also be going out as well. So we have 1:25 left on the board. All the drivers yet to go joining up in the game. So that is Dylan Nye. Nye's ran pretty well. Not sure how Dylan has done, but he does do pretty well at these large drafting tracks. So he crosses the stripe. Few drivers in risk of getting knocked out. We'll see. Can Dylan do something here as he goes through turn number 1? Playing with that throttle. He's going off into the outside wall. So that's a huge hit there for driver number 1 as he goes down into turn number 2 now. And again, looks like a bit too hard through the corner. So he's going to have to leave it all up to the final lap. And you see him ripping the top here. That's what he's going to use. He comes back to the stripe. Dylan That first lap for him was a 47.850. Yeah, definitely not enough. As he goes up into turn number 1, he's got to beat a 47.367. Leaving it all up to the final lap. Now, qualifying is done, so it's going to be only Dylan and Nye yet to go. Dylan with 1 lap to go here in his run. And can he get himself into the race? Gotta beat the 367. Timer is done. To go through turn number 3, Dylan on the edge. Can he get himself into the race? Maybe even better. He's not going to go to pole, but will go to a 229 and will knock out Bryce. So that is going to be huge for the chase. That is going to be huge. Bryce going to drop even further back. And Dylan is still continuing that hunt to try and break a Toyota up into the top 2, separate those 2 WTR cars at the front of the field, and that's going to be further helped because Jalen is DNQ'd from this race. He is way at the bottom of the board with a 4.46. Problems for him in qualifying. Did not expect that, but Nye is going to be the last driver to go out. Maybe he could shake things up here. Handle is now on the cut line with a 2.83. A 47.283 is all that Nye has got to beat as he goes up into turn number 1. He was looking fast in practice, 200 miles an hour. Now hard on the brakes, get down to 166 miles an hour, and then gasses it right up. 192 there on exit. Turn number 2. Playing with that throttle so close to the outside wall. And he slammed the wall again. It looks like he had a little bit of a turn issue. That could spell disaster if he has more of those as he comes back to the stripe. Lap number 1 for Nye. Is it good enough? It is just barely a 2.46. So he's in the race, but can he go for more as he goes up into turn number 1 once again for the final time? Nye, a little bit of a better exit than he had last time. And to turn number 2. Oh, he hits the apron a bit. Gonna slow his exit down. Now going to go into turn number 3, Nye. I don't believe it'll be a shot for pole. He kind of hit the wall there on exit. As he comes back to the stripe, he will not improve, but that is going to do it for qualifying with Nye getting himself into the race, just barely beating Handel. So that will do it there. Your order for tomorrow is going to be P1, Sam, with a 46.933. Then it'll be Zol, Train, Ace Sprout, King, Cams, Nick, Oof, Killer Soggy, Hunter, Devin, Triple B, Dylan, and Nye. So, yeah, that is going to do it here for qualifying this afternoon. It got a little close there at the end, but yeah, thank you everybody so much for watching, tuning in to the session. That was loads of fun. And yeah, tomorrow afternoon we'll see some wild stuff, but don't go anywhere because tonight we will watch the FSS series go out here at Pocono. That should be a great showing as well. So you don't want to miss that action. But yeah, that is going to be all for this afternoon. I will see you later tonight, and I hope you guys all enjoyed the stream. And